YouTube Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world. And before we get to hunting for Trevenants and Walreins, I just want to give a shout out to Bazaar, who is fixing up my Discord because I don't know what I'm doing. So, link in the description below for my Discord. I opened it up for all my subscribers so we can get some good conversation going there. I don't know anything about managing Discord, and he messaged me being like, "Hey, I run a few Discords. I can help you out." And I'm like, "Yeah, I need all the help I can get." And he's been editing everything and doing everything. So I really appreciate the help. So yeah, link in the description below if you want to join that. And let's talk about this team because in my last two videos, I'm trying to do fun videos like the Team Rocket battle and like basic, uh, just basic teams that you can use. And I'm getting Trevenant Walreins everywhere because season 11. Let's use Trevenant Walrein again. I don't want to call out all the people who use that because some people are just trying to get used to it for when it is going to be like an actual season and they want to try it. But like, okay, so Trevenant Walreins are everywhere. So I'm going to build a team specifically to beat that. So we're gonna have a Poison Jab Muk in the lead. We're gonna have Obstagoon and Abomasnow in the back. So obviously, nothing that Trevenant can throw on the Muk, and the Poison Jab Dark Pulse Esper does okay against Walrein. Obviously, Obstagoon is best dual answer for both those, and then Abomasnow with those energy balls for the Walrein and the Powder Snow Weather Ball for the Trevenant. So let's go hunting. Let's try and take some of these out to show that you do not need to just go with this core. This team is double weak to fighting in the back, so seeing a counter user on the lead is good. Ideally, you want to try and draw one out, and if I were to try and draw one out, I would try and draw it out with Abomasnow, because an Abomasnow with a couple energy generation is pretty deadly. And like with Obstagoon, you can just get pretty hard walled with like Charmers, where you can't really throw anything. But even in like the worst case matchups, I mean, there is some pretty bad matchups. I ran into a Registeel with the Abomasnow, which was rough, but for the most part, it does okay. So they come in with a Jellicent, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's not really what you should come in with when you don't have any moves to throw, and it has a Bubble Beam too. So they only have Ice Beam, so they are just going to try and continue to lower my attack. I'm just going to continue throwing these Night Slashes. So we're going to get one shield back. These Hexes aren't doing anything, so they are definitely going to lose this matchup. I'm going to take Switch. Which Switch doesn't matter too much because my best play against the Obstagoon is my own Obstagoon or the Muk. So I just like, okay, I'll take Switch, try and get this out of here. Couple counters, we'll take it out, and then if not, I gotta come back into Poison Jab, Acid Spray, and then hope that my Abomasnow in the back can sweep whatever's in the back. So they let it go. Out comes the Obstagoon, hits me right away. I'm like, okay, I'll let this go. Hopefully I can Poison Jab, and then like Acid Spray what's in the back. Out comes the Walrein. So here we go. Gonna Acid Spray down. That's fine. They do not shield. But now here's where Abomasnow's ridiculous span comes. I'm going to shield one because this is my win condition right now. One Icicle Spear, as you're going to see, is not going to do anything to me. Not anything, but like it needs like, I think 3 to take me out. One Acid Sprayed Energy Ball. Goodbye, Walrein. Get out of here. We don't like to see you. And again, I say Giratina lead, which is an okay lead. Like all 3 Pokemon theoretically have good play against it, but for those of you who haven't played Giratina Altered, the Dragon Breath and Dragon Claws are so spammy. Eventually I'm gonna have to jump into one of my other Pokemon. Yeah, so I do jump into this. Why I was pretty confident jumping into this is they are unlikely to have. I mean, they're weak to Charm, so they may have a Charmer in the back, but not, yeah. So I guess that reason doesn't make any sense. So get the boost, which is nice. They're down a shield. This team does have a bit of problems with Nidoqueen too, because it resists the counters You can only throw Night Slashes here. Like Powder Snow and Weather Ball does good, but obviously the Poison Jabs and Poison Fangs do just as good on Abomasnow. So they hit me with that. I may still come up. No, I'm not even going to come in Abomasnow. I'm just going for the full farm. Am I going to just let this go? Or am I going to shield? What am I doing here? Am I going to bank this and then come in and try and Powder Snow down? No, I'm just going to go for the full aggressive farm down. They come in Giratina. So I'm going to throw this here and probably immediately switch because I'm running Poison Jab. So I might as well do a super effective move here. And this is going to start to chip real fast. So I think I'm just going to, I think my win condition is basically just build up as much as I can. And then just try and sweep whatever in the back with a ton of energy. So load it with energy. Out comes, if this is what I remember, I don't, okay, so it's a Deox, which is okay. It's not great because obviously super thick, tons of, these moves are just neutral. The counters are adding up, super effective. I hit that off, so now I can just go Weather Ball here, which is good because they're probably gonna have to start shielding here. They do not, so now they're within. I'm gonna shield one because I'm half dark, half poison, so Psycho Boost would be neutral. They get out. I just acid spray down because I think that I'm within like poison jab, powder snow range on the Deox. And I think they're going to be left with a shield as my only win condition. Unless I go acid spray just to lower their defense here, so I can just go one quick move here. Yeah, I'm going to lower their defense just because now one poison jab or one powder snow probably is going to take them out because they're going to lose a little bit of health with that shield. CMP. I'm going to go down here to Psycho Boost. Powder snow down quicker than the counter for the win. Take it out. Good game. So again, these Pokemon are, I think the Abomasnow is like level 44 because it's a hundo. But for the most part, these Pokemon are, like the other two are under 40 for sure. So you don't need Walrein, you don't need XL Trevenant, you don't need... Registeel was tough. Registeel was tough, I'm not going to lie. I'm interested to see what they do with Zap Cannon. I'm assuming they'll nerf Zap Cannon in the future with Reggie. So I'm eventually going to get out of here. I'll come in here. I don't have a good matchup here, but I've got a decent matchup. We're both hitting each other for super effective. I expect a shield because they got to move and they're going to lower my defense and grab a shield, so that makes sense. And tomorrow, and by tomorrow, as you may have noticed if you have a keen eye, I'm filming like 3 videos today. I filmed the one yesterday with the triple starter team. I'm filming this one. And then tomorrow I'm going to film one, or like right after this, I'm going to film one for Go Battle for Community Day. Because we have 2 Sand Slashes with 2 moves. And Sand Slash, so my buddy, I featured his team before when he got to Legend in season 9. He used Sand Slash as like a really strong pick in the Ultra League. And essentially Sand Slash became useless as soon as Walrein came in. So you don't see many Sand Slashes anymore because Walrein is just a better option for the Alolan, and you have so many better ground types for the regular. So the question is, we're getting 2 Community Day moves. We're getting, I think, Night Slash, if I remember. I'll confirm all this in my video tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we're getting Night Slash on Sand Slash, like the Kanto one, and we're getting the Shadow Claw, which Shadow Claw is one of the best fast moves in the game. So I'm interested to see how much that does end up picking up matches. So I'm going to just basically run through all that tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I mean 10.5 minutes when these battles are done. I'm going to flip right onto the other one and do that analysis. My first guess is I don't know what, I mean, I'm guessing the Shadow Claw is probably going to give the a Sand Slash a little more play. Night Slash, it seems like such just like a bait move. Maybe it doesn't have a bait move right now, so getting a bait move that can boost your attack maybe flip some matches, but it's probably going to be bait dependent is my guess, just off my initial thinking behind those moves. So, yeah, and then I'll do the fast damage team is doing okay. It's not doing as well as I thought, just because like it's a pretty glassy-ish fast move team. So I still just getting like out bulked because there's a lot of bulk in Ultra League. That's the only problem. There's a lot of XLs in Ultra League, even in like level 40s. Like there's some very bulky level 40 Pokemon, Walrein being one of them. So it's not doing as amazing as it could have done in the past. But yeah, any other ideas? This content creator tournament. So I mentioned it a couple of times. We are doing, we were supposed to do a content creator tournament, GBL only. So what I wanted was, my initial thought was like a Pogo raids, which I don't know if you've seen any on the Kang's channel before. But basically you have like 10 people drafting. And there's like a couple ban rounds. And so you each ban like usually 2 Pokemon each. And then the remaining Pokemon, you get like it's a snake draft. Like, have you ever done like fantasy sports? So like person one chooses a Pokemon that hasn't been banned yet, and then you work all the way down to person 10, and then reverse snake draft like on the way back. And then you do that for 6 rounds, and that is your team of 6 that you get to use. And you play everyone once in a match of like Pogo Rays does 4. Like Yonkis was talking about doing 5, so we have a winner in each of those matchups. So that was my initial thought. I was like, it'd be so cool if we got like all the big GBL YouTubers on here, like everyone from Zyna, Kang, Tho, all the way down, Home Slice. And then I started the initial chat, and it kind of went silent. And then people are like, Home Slice was like, I can't do it. I don't have time. Shady wasn't interested either. Zyonix was basically time issue and being 5 hours behind or ahead of most people here. So he said no. So we canceled that idea. We are still going to do some sort of GBL tournament with content creators, but we're opening up content creators so it's not just like there'll be some GBLs people for sure. Um, but there's also like non GBL people, and um, we won't do the full like everyone battles everyone. We'll probably do some sort of tournament style. So hopefully those videos will come. Again, it's a really slow pickup. Like I expect it to be done the draft already because we're already on the second week, but we haven't even like finalized people yet. So I expect that to come hopefully in the next few weeks. So stay toward to that. And someone also mentioned actually in my Discord, multiple people have mentioned that they want to run a subscriber tournament. So like like a self tournament for all my subscribers to play, and then like I'll showcase some like the battles from the champion if you guys can film your battles. So I think that'd be fun. Um, I just got to figure out what I want to do in terms of like, because you can do like Open Great League, or you can do, it's gonna be Great League for sure. It's gonna be 1500 CPU because that's the most accessible. Um, but you can do like Open where you choose from all the 6, or I can limit it and like so limit typings. I can limit like you can't use like top 20 on PV Poke rankings. I can like limit those Pokemon. So there's a lot of ways I could do it. Just thinking through what's the best way. So in the comments below, let me know if you have any ideas for the tournament that you would be interested in playing. While I cross chop and then get out of here. And now it's going to be a race. And this is why, so this is actually good to showcase because Abomasnow, Walrein, both of us um, 0 shields left. They had a very slight 1 to 2 energy advantage. But what you're going to see is 1 Icicle Spear, nowhere near enough. So they're going to have to throw probably 3 here. And I am going to outpace to the next move. And this is, like I said, this is 15, 15, 15. So, which is like level 44-ish, something around there. If you got like uh, I don't want to say it's not a 0 because I have a 0 15 15 and that it's only gets like 2400. It's like a 5 something or other on the Abomasnow. You can get to level 50 and then best buddy for level 51, which is like 6 to 7 levels difference from where mine is. So that added bulk would make that matchup even better. I know about and that's the thing. Like Abomasnow, A9, yeah, even A9 tails to a certain extent, dugongs and everything. Like once Walrein came, a lot of people expected like these Pokemon to lose their play because I'm just gonna run Walrein instead. But I still think that all these Pokemon have play in the meta if you put them on the right teams. Would I use this exact team again? You're very weak to fighting in the back, and even like I run Poison Jab to at least have a chance against something like Machamp, but you are pretty weak. So you can try and find a third that can also beat, or you don't. I mean, if you have two in the back that can be Trevenant Walrein, you don't really need a third. You can use something else on the front that's a little more bulky and can beat fighters better if you want. So they came in here, and like this, again, this is my best option. I don't want to get countered down, so I got to come in here. I don't have sludge, so I just got to go acid spray and then try to poison jab this down as much as I can. So my Abomasnow can just come in and not absorb too much damage here. So fighters are tough for this team. But yeah, I'm still 3 more minutes in these battles, and I feel like I've already talked a lot. I'm just trying to keep this channel going. I was gonna say growing, but we are not growing right now. Uh, really topped off in terms of subscriber count, which is not unexpected during this time. Kind of like what I said yesterday, a lot of people are not playing this season. If they're playing, they're getting to level 20, getting their Pico Libre and stopping. Because they don't care about getting like grinding and everything. And I'm not building up, I mentioned before, I'm not building up Pokemon unnecessarily just to showcase them off this season. I would rather save all my dust for season 12 when we actually have a season that matters plus new metas and like updates to moves and stuff. So for me, like I know there's a few out there who have been showcasing these Alolan Pokemon, but for me, it's just not worth the dust because dust is such a precious commodity, and I'm at like 4.5 million. And the problem is like you don't realize how fast. I mean, you probably do because you power up your own. How fast this dust goes. I think in the Ultra League, I think just in the Great League Ultra League second half of last season, I was at 7.2 million dust. And then after those like 4 weeks, I was down to 4 million. Because I just dropped like 3 million on a bunch of different Pokemon to use and test out. And it goes so fast. So if I can just gather a ton of dust this season, that is my ideal. So I'm gonna come in here, hit this with the Dark Pulsed. They let it go. Out comes the Swampert. And now 1v1, both with 2 shields, which is actually pretty good for me because one Hydro is not going to take me out. But these counters are going to add up way more than the mud shots are. So we're just going to trade back and forth, going moves and shielding. They are going to get one Hydro off before I get a Night Slash off, that's for sure. But the difference between these counters and the mud shots, as you can see there, is significant. That even if they do the way better Hydro Cannon, between the counters and the Night Slash, I think that they're going to be lower than I will be because they're already in the yellow and I am not there. Now I hit that, CMP again. Let's see how much. I'm going to go to the yellow for sure. It's an Earthquake, so I'm in the red. I thought they would have gone Hydro because, yeah, I think they just lost this game. You need to go double Hydro there. I try and catch. I do catch. Again, Hydro's right. I remember this game. They went double Earthquake. I'm like, what are they doing? Because now I have a move ready coming out, hit this, and I can counter down for the win. Like, if I mean, they probably didn't know the Earthquake doesn't KO. Hydro is almost always the better way to go. And that is it. That is a team. So any suggestions for other videos, let me know. And I will go film my one for tomorrow on Community Day Pokemon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.